Hey there, hi, it's me, Stacey Lei, and of course I'm here with Miss Foxy Brown. Welcome to Mixed Format, and thank you for joining me. I'll be honest with you, I'm a little bit sleepy. We both are. We were at a big Indian wedding last night here in South India, and you'll see that I had a traditional methi done on my hand, so I'm sure you'll be seeing my hand moving around today. It's really so beautiful. Hopefully you could see that beautiful design. And wow, I'm just still glowing from such an incredible experience. But I'm also so happy to be here exercising with you today. Our mixed format is strength and flexibility focused on your core. Now remember, your core muscles are not just your abdominals. They're also the muscles that support your hip girdle and your shoulder girdle. So everything that supports your limbs moving. I hope you're as excited for today's class as I am. We will be moving down to the ground, so you'll need a mat or a carpet. You'll also need one dumbbell and a small hand towel. We'll be using this for stretching, so if you prefer a longer hand towel or if you have a yoga strap, then go ahead and bring that into your space. And you could just leave that on the ground for now. Let's get you warmed up. Please separate your feet a little bit wider than your hips. Inhale, stretch up overhead, thumbs point back. Exhale, sweep down. Let's do this 2 more times. Last one, inhale and exhale. Now interlace your fingers, flip your hands inside out, and press your hands away from you. You might hear your knuckles crack a little bit. And now press your arms up over your head and bend from the right to the left. Feel the smooth elongation of your side body is beginning to stretch. Return into the center. Flip your hands back so that your palms are facing down and make some circles on the ceiling. Feel your rib cage moving away from your hips. Ooh, I'm a little bit sore from all my dancing last night. Let's reverse your circles. Okay, now come back to the center, separate your hands, and reach one arm at a time. You know, sometimes when we do a strong workout or attend a big dance party, we do feel sore the next day. One of the best things for us to do is a little bit of movement the next day. All right, last time, please. Reach both arms up and sweep your arms down, hands on your hips. Bend your knees and make some, whoo, my hips are sore, some hip circles. I was swinging my hips last night. All right, let's reverse our circles. That feels so good. I hope it feels good for you too. And if you're feeling a tight area, you could simply hold in that space and kind of move back and forth and then continue on your way. All right, feet hip distance apart. Let's squat down and stand up. Squat down and stand up. Place your hands on your thighs and start to push into your thighs to help you stand. Last one. Okay, this time we'll hold our squat down, reach one arm back with your pinky finger up, engage your core muscles to support you, and reach the other arm forward. And now switch and switch. So be sure that your front hand, your thumb is up to the ceiling, okay? Switch and switch and switch and switch. Let's have 4 more. And 3 and 2. Bring both hands to your thighs. And now tilt your pelvis forward and feel your lower back stretching. Wow, that feels good. Lengthen your spine again. And once again, just tilt your tailbone under, feel your lower back stretch. And then lengthen and hinge back up. Now you'll step your feet wide and turn your toes out and sink down into a low goddess or sumo and give yourself a gentle twist from side to side. You could turn your head and turn your neck. Please be sure that you're pressing into your legs pressing your legs towards the back of the room. Okay, let's return back to center and hinge all the way up. pivot one foot so that we can move down to the ground. Okay, and then once you're down on your mat, you could take your towel and place it underneath your knees for the first of our dynamic flexibility exercises. And there's no rush. If you're still moving down, that's okay. Once you arrive down on the mat, come to a tabletop position and then shift your weight back. This is called child's pose. And then hinge your body forward. So keep your spine in a long straight line from the top of your head to your tailbone. And we'll hinge back and forward. So moving through your hips. Be sure to lengthen your neck, so press your shoulders down to the ground. Let's have 2 more of these, please. Okay, here's your last one. And now shift into a tabletop position. So open your fingers very wide and pressurize your palm and your fingertips. So put weight into your palms and your fingertips and your shoulders directly over your hands. And now lift one arm up, turn your thumb up. Now for the sake of this video, I'm lifting my left arm and my right leg. And now just pull your elbow and your knee to the side. So you're using your core for a little bit of balance work here and working your side bodies. So pulling your elbow and your knee. Be sure that your exhales are long and deep. Consciously breathing, consciously exhaling and letting go of any stress that you're feeling in your body or in your mind. Let's have 2 more. And 1 more like this. Bring your hand down and press up to your knees. Just shake your hand out, both hands. So when we're going through an exercise, you might find that not only you have stress in your body, but you might be thinking, hey, Stacey Lei, when is this gonna finish? And I promise you, I've got us on a timer. So I just want you to think about executing the exercise correctly. Lift one arm up. So right arm up, left leg, and then elbow and knee come to the side. So your mind should just be on executing the exercise and exhaling out any stress. Exhaling it out. You're telling yourself, self, she's got this. I'm gonna listen to Stacey Lei. I'm just gonna stick with this because I know it can't last forever. All right, let's have 1 more and we'll take a rest. Beautiful. Your knee comes down. Walk yourself up to camel. Shake your hands out. Yes, you could swing your arms a little bit because we've got a plank exercise next. Plank. Oh boy, here it comes. Place your hands on the floor. Fold your toes under, and let's hold plank for 10 seconds only. Plank is my favorite core exercise. Favorite one. You make a long line from the crown of your head to your tailbone, and then simply hold by engaging your abs, your butt, and your thighs. Now lower down, shake your hands out, and we're gonna do that 1 more time. Just as 10-second plank. You ready? Come on, let's do it. Place your hands underneath your shoulders and press up. 10 seconds. And your exhales are long and deep. And if they're audible like this, that will help to relax your body. 2 seconds. Yeah, there we go. Bend your knees. And now hinge back to child's pose, just like we did before. You could rest your head down. So we're only here for about 3 seconds. 1 nice long round of breath. And then bring yourself upright to a kneeling position. Fold your toes. Bring your hands to your lower back and open up to, in yoga, it's called a modified camel pose. So open your chest, draw your tailbone down to the floor. Okay, keep your toes folded under and then sit back to child's pose again. Now, if your feet start to cramp, you could certainly flatten them, but this is a really nice way to stretch your toes. Okay, come on up. Let's do that camel exercise again. Walk your hands to your lower back. Engage your seat, press your hips forward, and open up your chest. Okay, we're gonna do this flow twice more. Walk down, child's pose. Walk up, camel. So it's dynamic flexibility that we're practicing right now. And this is your last one. Walk down, child's pose, hinge back, relax your head onto the ground. Exhale deeply. And now walk your hands back towards your body, help yourself up. And it's a modified camel where you open your chest. Allowing your shoulder girdle to open up. Okay, now walk your hands down and crawl yourself forward. You could flatten your feet on the floor now and bring your elbows underneath you. Reach your heart forward. And this is called the Sphinx pose. Now, if you have any lower back tightness, you can take your feet much wider than the mat. But I'd like you to bring your focus to lifting your heart forward and up as you press your shoulders down. And then, of course, smile. Yeah, why not? Because we get to exercise today, and that is a good day. Inhale and exhale. Okay, soften from this exercise. Bend one knee, whichever one you'd like, and then roll over onto your back. We just did some nice flexibility. Now we're going to do a few strengthening exercises with your hands behind your head. Move right into abdominal crunches. I'm sure you've done these before. Please rest the weight of your head into your fingertips and allow your elbows to be very wide. So wide that you can barely see them from the corners of your eyes. Exhale and lift your chest up. Do your best to keep your head off the floor unless you need a rest, but we've only got 5 seconds, so stay with me on this. Just one more time, please. All right, rest your head down and say, ah. And as you do that, straighten your arms, reach for your heels. Hopefully you can touch your heels, that's a goal. And then lift your hips up. Okay, listen, squeeze your butt cheeks, not with your hands, I was just pointing. Squeeze your butt cheeks as hard as you can and lift your hips. Now, if you're feeling any lower back pain, then you can back off, okay, and lower your hips. But if you're feeling healthy and strong, then squeeze those buns, baby. Come on, lift your hips up nice and high. You'll feel your butt cheeks working, your glutes. You'll also feel your hamstrings working just a little bit. So we're cheating a bit away from your core, but your hamstrings also need to be strong. So not too bad. Hold here, 5 and 4, woohoo, 3, 2, and lower your hips down. Now, I'd like you to reach for your towel or your yoga strap. Now, place your left ankle on top of your right thigh and pull your right thigh into your chest. Now, you can simply hold the fabric of your pants, or you can wrap your hands around your thigh, or even wrap your hands around your shin. Another option is to take your towel and thread it through your leg and pull this way. Now just observe where you're feeling this stretch. You should be feeling it in your left butt cheek, since we just worked our butt. All right, place your foot down on the floor, and now keep your legs in the same position. You'll just allow them to kind of eek like a squeaky door. You'll place your left foot on the floor next to you. So move slowly, place your foot down, and then draw both shoulders to the floor and feel that deep twist in your torso. And if it feels comfortable to you, just turn your head to the left, so you're looking in the opposite direction. And now you've got this really wonderful kind of passive flexibility exercise, a nice deep twist from the base of your spine all the way through your neck. And this will be good preparation for our standing strength exercises. Please take a deep breath in. Take your time exhaling. Okay, roll your head back so that you can see what I'm doing here. You'll lift your foot up and fold your leg one on top of the other, and then you can use your hands to help your legs back. Now let's do the figure 4 on the other side. So your ankle bone comes to your thigh. You can press your right knee out just a little bit, and then however you held onto the leg, your leg the first time, you could do the same thing. So I'll use my towel here. And for the first part of the stretch, you're simply just drawing your knee in towards your chest, feeling the stretch in your left butt cheek. Nope, this is the right butt cheek. Yep, you're holding onto your left leg and stretching your right leg. You know, I'm always opposite so that I can speak to you over there, so sometimes I get a little bit confused. All right, place your, place your foot down. You probably know that about my classes now. Okay, keep your legs in the same configuration and simply allow your legs to tilt, tilt, tilt. Boom. Okay. And just rest. Now this is the last exercise that we'll practice on the floor, so I just want to prepare you. In 30 seconds, we'll move out of this position and we'll stand up, okay? So give yourself a moment, bring your shoulders down, roll your head, take a deep breath in. As you exhale, just feel the weight of your body on the floor. Ah, how enjoyable. All right, it's that time. You'll lift your top leg and fold your legs on top of one another. Okay, you can roll in either direction. I'm gonna roll to face you, so I'll twist and twist again. And then your top hand comes down to the floor. Push yourself up and move yourself into a tabletop position. And let's stand up safely, okay? You'll step one foot forward, whichever foot you prefer, and then bring both hands to your thigh. Now at this point, you might feel a little bit lightheaded or dizzy, so please take your time. Fold your toes in back, and then press your body up. And if you're feeling lightheaded or dizzy, just go ahead and stand close to a wall. Okay, it'll pass in just a few seconds. Just be sure to exhale. You'll need your dumbbell for the next exercise. Place your dumbbell in your left hand. Okay, let me show you this first one. You'll place your right hand on your thigh and reach all the way down with your dumbbell. And then you'll pull your dumbbell in and extend with a twist. And then dumbbell comes in and down. So join me as soon as you're ready. You'll be feeling this exercise in both your core muscles that are twisting, but also in your shoulder. And if you remember in the beginning, I told you that your shoulder girdle is part of your core. Pull, extend, bend, and down. Do it again. Pull, extend, bend, and down. Pull, extend, bend. Last one. Hinge up. Let's do the other side. So transfer safely. Be mindful about how you're transferring your weight. Place your fancy, my hand is fancy, your hand on your left thigh. Hinge down, please. Pull the dumbbell in and then extend up. Bend your elbow and down. We need a deep twist in this movement. Twist and look up and smile. If you don't want to smile with your mouth, at the very least, give me a little sparkle behind your eyes. Yay. Twist. Yes, that's it. We've got to enjoy ourselves, right? So enjoy yourself today as you move and you breathe deep and you sweat. You could tell yourself, self, I am so proud of you for showing up today. I am getting strong from the inside out. All right, dear, we've got one more. Come with me. Bend, extend, bend, and down. Now hinge up. Lift your dumbbell up, turn it horizontally. Step your feet wider than your hips. Now you'll twist in one direction and then twist in the other direction, okay? And as you twist, you'll lift your opposite knee. So it will take a little bit of balance work. If you don't feel good balancing, you can tap your toe. But I would love you to lift your knee, because now you're working through your hip girdle, which is part of your core, right? Turn, balance, twist. Turn, balance, and twist. Exhaling. One more time. Okay, now we have what's called a deadlift. Okay, so I'll turn sideways. I'd like you to bring your left leg back behind you. Just place your toes on the ground. Hinge forward. So your front leg is slightly bent, but when you stand, you'll straighten your leg and squeeze your right butt cheek. Okay, so this is called a deadlift. You're lowering the weight and then squeezing and using a straight leg to lift you up. Okay, you're squeezing your butt, pressing your hips forward, straightening your leg. This is a modified deadlift, and this is such a good exercise for your core. So your arms are just kind of going along for the ride, right? There's no specific movement in your arms. Let's just do this one more time. Okay, if you turn sideways, please come back to me. And now we'll take the dumbbell and bring it over to our right side, into your chest, and then up to a diagonal, back to your chest and down. So pulling the dumbbell into your chest is a gentler approach to this exercise, and you're welcome to stay right here. Twist, center, and down. Or you can lift the dumbbell across your body. Now, if you choose to lift the dumbbell across your body, I'd like you to lift and pivot your right foot. A little bit of a pivot there. A little bit of a pivot will keep your spine safe as we twist through this motion. Once more. All right. Now let's go ahead and face the other way. You'll take the opposite foot behind you. Okay, so just a little tap back behind you, and then hinge down, holding the dumbbell, and squeeze your butt cheek as you stand tall, okay? So if you're watching me, you can see that my arms are not doing anything right now. They're just hanging out, holding the dumbbell. You want your front leg to straighten as you stand up. And I sure feel this exercise in my left butt cheek. I hope you do too. We've got 2 more. Last time. Okay, stand tall. Turn and face me. You'll bring the dumbbell over to your left side. Let's begin with a gentler version. Bring your dumbbell into your chest and then up to a diagonal. If you can coordinate your effort, I would love you to also pivot your foot. That would be great. So lift your left heel and pivot your foot. And if you'd like to, you could keep your dumbbell or keep your arms straight and simply twist. If that feels like too much pressure on your lower back, then you'll stay with the gentler version of the exercise. There's so many advantages to exercising from home, but that comes with one small caveat, and that is I have to be able to trust you that you're listening to my cues and keeping your body safe over there. I trust you. Last time. All right, bring your dumbbell down, stand up and say, whew. All right, you can place your dumbbell down for now. We're going back to flexibility exercises. One of my favorite stretches. Your left leg crosses in front of your right leg. Place your right hand on your hip and then stretch your left arm overhead. Now bump your hip way over to the left side of the room. Once you've stabilized your body, then lift up and take hold of your left wrist and pull and pull and pull and pull. Lengthening your side body. So well deserved after this workout. Okay, very slowly come back up. Sweep your arms down, uncross your legs. Let's do the other side. Cross your right leg over your left. Bring your left hand to your hip, stretch, over, 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 and now use your hand to bump or push your hip. So your top thumb should be pointed back. Now once you've stabilized yourself, reach up and take your wrist and pull, pull, pull. I've got one more really good stretch for you. We'll be practicing it on the right and the left side, but it does have a small balance component. So you might need to go move close to a wall. Okay, you decide. You can move close to a wall or a chair or a countertop. Okay, lift both arms up. Sweep down, all right, and uncross your leg. Let's do some little hip circles here and see how that feels. Whew, I feel a lot better than I did when I first started today. I hope you do too. All right. So you can move over towards your contact point or just stay right here on the mat. You'll be standing on your right leg. You'll lift your left leg and turn your knee out. We're shifting into figure 4. So you could see that there's this balance component. Now, if you're against the wall, you can lean your butt right on the wall. And if that's the case, if you're leaning, then go ahead and hinge forward even more. And you'll probably get a slightly deeper stretch if you're leaning against a wall or a countertop. Start practicing the longest exhales you've had all day today. Long, audible exhales. Okay, now hinge back up. You can push yourself off the wall. Let's do the other side. Shift your weight to your left leg. Lift your right leg up. Balance, and your knee is turned out. And you can simply... This is such a great stretch to practice. It will stretch your glute muscles without putting much pressure at all on your knee. And that's really nice. Hold for 4. Long exhale for 3, 2. All right. Please hinge yourself up. Push yourself away from the wall if you were there. Come back over to your space. I'd like just a final nice easy twist. You'll lift one heel and allow your foot to pivot. We're gonna just shake off any extra tension or stress, any tightness. Yeah. Well, I hope you have a great day planned for yourself. I'm gonna rest in the sun with Foxy. We're gonna just go take a long walk today. I'm really looking forward to it. Now that my core is strong and flexible, I hope you're feeling that way too. It was an honor and a privilege to be your guide today. Thanks for allowing me to lead you. If you had fun, please come back. Let's do more of this stuff together. Until next time, stay happy, stay healthy, and stay vibrant. Bye for now.